Welcome back to JWCC. Ryan MacArthur just discussed will enable missions all across the Department of Defense. Some of those missions, like CJADC2, will include allies and partners. Justin Shirk's Managing Director for Cloud and Secure Mission Lead at Accenture Federal Services. Welcome, Justin. Thanks for joining me today. Ryan talked about the cloud mission at DISA through the JWCC. How does that intersect with this concept of hyperconvergence that you're writing about?
Well, JWCC really enables that hyperconvergence at a basic level. You have to get applications and data in the cloud, and JWCC really enables that for the broader Department of Defense. So it's really an exciting enabler for that concept.
So there are three pieces of this hyperconvergence concept. The first one you write about is existing in the cloud. Is that as simple and self-evident as it sounds, Justin?
It is. It is. I mean, obviously you want to optimize your experience and in existence, but yes, it's simply just getting your data and apps and services in the cloud.
Where do organizations, where do agencies usually go wrong when they try that piece of this?
Oh my. Well, there's a lot that can go wrong. You know, lift and shift is sort of an outdated concept. We really want to modernize applications as we bring them to the cloud, right? Not just cart them off, but actually rethink how we build applications when we put them in the cloud.
Are organizations getting better at rethinking their business processes as they're doing that modernization? Or is that still kind of a sticking point sometimes?
No, it's definitely part of it, and we would really like to focus on the human side of cloud as well in terms of business process reengineering. So when you go into the cloud, it's a different experience than a thick client or a local client. You really want to understand what you're getting into in terms of the human experience.
Is it the difference in the human experience for the people who are deploying the application, or for the people who it serves, or is it a combination of both? Like, I'm thinking internal versus external.
It's a combination of both, right? So you need to upskill or reskill a lot of your system admins or engineers that were out there deploying, you know, on-premise hardware to get them in the cloud. Obviously, there's cloud certifications and whatnot, but it's a different mindset, right? Virtualized infrastructure.
All right, the second piece of hyperconvergence that you write about is accessing information in the cloud. Is that also as self-evident as it sounds, or is there maybe another layer to it than that?
Well, maybe I should have written securely as a
okay,
to that one, because while you can put data in the cloud, making it available in a secure manner is really the crux of the challenge. And so, the cloud service providers do a great job of giving you the tools, but configuring it in the appropriate secure way is really important.
Where's usually the stumbling block in that area?
Well, we all live in a multi-domain world and a multi-CSP world, and being able to interact with all those different identity providers and user accounts, you have that same challenge in your home email and accounts today. And so, figuring that out at the federal level is a gargantuan experience.
Quick sidebar, because everybody that I talk to now, all the thought leaders like yourself, refer to a multi-cloud environment. That wasn't the case 5 years ago, and I'm wondering maybe we should start calling it the clouds instead of the cloud, but maybe that's too ethereal, right?
Yeah, well, it really is the reality today. I mean, people are using workspaces, collaboration, M365, and it's really a best-of-breed approach we see a lot of our customers moving to, whether it's a service or an application in the cloud. So it's really just ubiquitous.
All right, the last piece of hyperconvergence you're writing about is applying machine learning and generative AI in the cloud. This one's pretty new, because I don't think 2 or 3 years ago anybody was really talking about generative AI, especially to the degree that we are today. Is that fair to say, do you think?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just in the past 18 months has really come on the scene. I mean, there was a lot of machine learning going on in the IC and the DoD as well, but it's really gained prominence. And when you have the data in the cloud, you have those services in the cloud, then you can do really large language models, really large generative AI activities and tasks, and machine learning generally on that data. And that's really how you enable massive insight.
Justin, 30 seconds left. What should an organization do to really maximize its potential when it gets started on this journey?
Have a plan and really think about how you work with your staff, right? Not just your users, but really think about the human side of cloud and how you can really drive towards innovation internally inside your cloud center of excellence and make sure that everyone is engaged from a skilling perspective.
Justin Shirk, it's great to have you on the program. Thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you.
You can find a link to Justin's piece about hyperconvergence at fedgovtoday.com. Up next, the Zero Trust Path for Homeland Security. The DHS CISO Ken Bibles here when FedGov Today with Francis Rose continues in a moment.